the equivalent of more than $125,000 for 8 pro-democracy activists living abroad who fled the country during a sweeping crackdown by Beijing. The 7 men and 1 woman, now based in countries which have suspended extradition treaties with Hong Kong, stand accused of crimes such as subversion, colluding with foreign forces and subversion of state power.
Harming national security is a serious crime, and the Special Administrative Region government enforces the law strictly. The government will use all lawful means to apprehend criminals who pose a threat to national security and will do everything possible to hold them accountable, even pursuing their legal responsibilities for a lifetime. Regardless of how far they may flee, we will pursue these criminals for their entire lives.
DD India correspondent Andrew Wood joins us from Hong Kong. Andrew, what more can you tell us?
Well, $1 million Hong Kong dollars, in case you're wondering, is 10.5 million rupees. It's a lot of money, and the police are actually a bit pragmatic about this. They've said that they don't actually expect these fugitives, as they call them, abscondees from justice, as they allege. They don't actually expect them to be arrested unless they come back to Hong Kong. But at the same time, the chief executive of Hong Kong, John Lee, the political leader of Hong Kong, has said that it doesn't really matter in a way, because he hopes that Hong Kongers who want to do the right thing, who are patriotic, who believe in the rule of law, will be able to help the police by giving them information that may well lead to these eight people abroad, the activists in exile, returning to Hong Kong at some point and being arrested.
Andrew, these activists are based in countries that have suspended extradition treaties. How likely is it that Hong Kong will succeed in getting hold of them? Though you are telling us that Hong Kong believes that there are ways to get through to them, yet could that be a legal hurdle, no extradition treaty with those countries where they are currently based in?
It doesn't seem very likely. The exiles are mainly based in the UK and the United States, and both Washington and London have attacked very strongly the Hong Kong government for putting a bounty on the heads of these activists, and they've said that this is, well, certainly the British Foreign Secretary said that he didn't want to see people living in Britain being intimidated by Hong Kong, and in response to that, China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs has accused Britain and America of harbouring fugitives, of not respecting the rule of law, and that saying that many other countries, when they look at national security, they have an element of this extraterritoriality, that people who are enemies of a country, who can't just hide away in another country, they will have to face justice. One thing that is interesting, I think, although the talk of Beijing about rule of law and so on, in Hong Kong, of course, when it's reported, it's talked about allegations and accusations that these people have broken or have offended, are charged with breaking various national security laws. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs basically does not say they're accused of doing this or alleged. It says that they have done it.
Andrew, what sort of an image is Hong Kong really projecting to the whole world through such a crackdown?
I don't think this is particularly good for Hong Kong's international image, but at the same time I think that Beijing has long felt that it's more important to get Hong Kong under control, to stabilise it and to squash dissent, rather than care about what the rest of the world thinks. America, Britain have commented on human rights, and Britain in particular feels that I think that it has a responsibility to the citizens of Hong Kong, because Hong Kong used to be a British colony, and the agreement between the UK and China before the handover in 1997 was that Beijing would respect the freedoms that Hong Kongers had, freedoms that you don't get on the mainland of China. And Britain has continued to criticise Beijing for not keeping, it says, the promises that it made, but Beijing has always said that Hong Kong, what happens in Hong Kong, is an internal affair of China's, and that there is that no other country has the right to criticise what goes on here.
Right. Andrew reporting from Hong Kong. Riots in France appear to be calming after